Hey guys, this is Andrew Hendryx, and we're going to look at the riff on Sugar Magnolia by the Grateful Dead. Now, I think one of the things that's really underappreciated about Bob Weir is his comping in the Dead. It's definitely really creative, and I would imagine his use of interesting chord voicings probably gave Jerry a lot of inspiration to kind of take the music in new directions. So what we're going to do today is we're going to look at this really simple riff, which is just an A chord going into a D or a D sus chord, depending on which you want to use. And we're going to look at that in a few different shapes. You can pick the ones you like, and maybe it'll inspire you to create some new voicings on your own. So the first shape in this is just my A kind of block bar chord. So that's the second fret of the G, second fret of the D with a bar, my third finger on the fourth fret of the A, and my pinky on the fifth fret of the E. Now I'm just taking this bar shape and I'm just sliding up from the first fret to the second, so from the A flat to the A natural. Now I'm kind of putting the emphasis on these bass notes, but you can play the whole chord if you want. So here's the groove. Now for the D sus, the first thing you can do, the A sus, you can just take your third finger and if you can slide it to the fourth fret of the A. So this would be really the easiest way to do this. So you're making it an A sus by playing that D natural. Now some of my students can't get that slide, so they have to switch to a bar with your pinky, barring that fourth fret of the A and the E. So and then we do it again. Now we have our A pentatonic lick. Now if you don't know your A pentatonic, that's the first finger on the second fret of the G, second finger on the fourth fret of the G, third finger on the sixth fret. So we have now my first finger on the second fret of the D, second finger on the fourth fret of the D, and either the open A or my pinky on the seventh fret of the A. So here's our pentatonic with the open string. Now this lick is just starting on that E natural, the fifth of the A chord, and we're just going 2-4-2, then 6-4-2. Now you can slide in, you can kind of listen to the recording, but or you can either slide into the sixth fret or slide from the fifth fret down to the fourth fret. I kind of think that's how I usually play it. But anyway, use as many slurs or pull-offs as you want there. So we have now for the next D chord, I'm keeping that same A shape, 2-2-4-5, and I'm just taking my third finger and my fourth finger, and I'm just bringing them to the middle two strings. So I'm just lifting them up and putting them to the F sharp and the D, and I'm just taking my first finger and barring it down so I get that F sharp octave on that high E. So we have now you can add some hammer-ons if you want. All right, now let's take another A7 voicing. How about my third finger on the sixth fret, C sharp of the G, and my first finger on the E natural on the second fret of the D. Now Now we can just take the same, this is a pretty great A major voicing. Now we can just slide this up a half step. Now for the D, I'm just using an open D where I'm taking my third finger and sliding it up to the 7th fret and my first finger to the 4th fret. So we have for the D, back to the A. So it sounds like this. All right, now let's take another A position. How about our power chord A with just the A and the E, so the 1 and the 5, then the 1 and the 5, and the open A. So this is pretty rockin' here without the third. You can just slide that up from the 1st fret to the 2nd. Now for the D there, I'm just putting in that F sharp with my 3rd finger. So I have my A chord. I'm just making it an F by putting that F sharp with my 3rd finger right there, and back to that initial voicing. But you could just play a normal D if you want. You can play any D. All right, so here we go. You can also play this lick an octave higher. Sounds really good. So I'm playing 0-2-0 on the E, then 4-2-0 on the A. All right, y'all, have fun.